Century 14 for a shooting at Century Theaters.
You can get a visual sense now of the chaos that was happening inside that theater moments after this lone gunman opened fire.
New York School. Callers indicating she thinks there's someone shooting in the building.
Police say 20-year-old Adam Lanza, seen here as a teenager, wore a bulletproop vest and was carrying at least 3 semi-automatic weapons, including a rifle.
Okay, these units in the pool, I got bodies here.
Around noon, ABC News learned that Lanza had killed 27 people, most of them children, before turning the gun on himself. It is a mystery. What made Ivan Lopez snap and open fire on his fellow servicemen and women at Fort Hood?
Shortly after 4 p.m. yesterday, he opens fire on the base. 4:16, the first wounded soldiers call 911.
Senator, all units supervised. We have an active shooter currently on Fort Hood.
Then he gets into his vehicle and keeps firing.
So we have multiple gunshot victims.
He then walks into his second building, opening fire again. The alert goes out.
Seek shelter immediately.
A tweet from Fort Hood. All personnel on post are asked to shelter in place. Then the critical moment in this parking lot when he's confronted by that female military police officer. He puts his hands up at first, and when he reaches inside his jacket, she pulls out her gun and fires. He shoots himself in the head.
He is down. He is down.
My name is Carolyn McKenzie. I'm the founder and president of Mental Health in the African American Community. As we all know, mental health is on everybody's radar because of the crisis and the tragedies that have been occurring all over the country. But my story is personal, very personal. One of the greatest loves of my life, my niece, who I raised from birth, was a child prodigy. She made A's in all of her classes. By the time she was 16, 17, she was tutoring math and getting paid $50 an hour. By the time she was 19, she was a manager of a dry cleaners. By the time she was in her mid-20s, she had contracts with the federal government to transport cargo trailers to natural disaster areas. So she was a child prodigy. One day we were talking on the phone, which we did every day, and I detected something different in her voice, and I realized that my baby was having a mental meltdown. And when she told me that she had not slept in a week, I immediately told her to go to the emergency room, and she did. She texted me and said, "Auntie, I'm going home. I'm going to go to sleep, and I'll call you tomorrow." And she did. And I told her to go and undo all those uncharacteristic things that she had done, which led up to her mental meltdown. A couple of days passed, and she called me in the middle of the night crying, saying that she took all of her life insurance papers and left them in the living room so her husband could find them because she was going to kill herself. So I told her husband to pack her bags and bring me my baby, and he did. The first 2 days she was real feeble and clingy and slept a lot. Day 4, I was up getting ready to come to my office, and I said, "Baby, I'm going to get in the shower and I'll call you when I get dressed and get in the car." She said, "Okay." A few seconds after I get in the shower, she opens the shower door and she's standing there with the largest butcher knife in my kitchen. Before I could process what was happening, she said, "I'm going to kill you and kill myself." So before I processed that, the first stab was to the left side of my head. So to make a long story short, she stabbed me almost to death, and she did kill herself. I did not know what was happening until I woke up in a pool of blood. And I realized that I was not having a nightmare, that this was a real thing. I said, one thing that Auntie knows is business, so I will create the most phenomenal nonprofit agency in your name, in your honor. Not only in Atlanta, it will be throughout the United States, and it will be throughout the world. So people will know that mental illness is real. It's an epidemic in the African American community. If you would like to get involved in mental health in the African American community, go to our website, which is www.mhiaac.org. That's www.mhiaac.org.